Welcome to OreoOlive.com. As you know, Oreo olives don't mix, but the abstract thought of putting those two words together is likely to create a channel to discuss various topics. On this evening's episode, what I want to talk about is what motivates people to want to do better and more to elevate their current status in life. Now, while oftentimes people's status in life they can be wanting more money and live a lavish lifestyle. They can want peace. They can learn a new task, a new skill set. It may be something as simple as reading a book or learning a new skill set, which YouTube is full of this information. But what I want to talk about is what motivates people, what can motivate people to want more. Could it be jealousy of seeing other people have things that you wish that you had in order to impress people that you don't like? Could it be that? Could it be that you see a friend that's close to you that their life is elevated but yours is not? How far do you need to go in order to make these things visible where you can see yourself grow further than where you currently are right now? So I want you to take a moment and just think about yourself. If you're in a position right now where you're not where you want to be in life, you're wondering how to change the dynamics of your relationship, you're trying to figure yourself out, you're a grown person and don't know what you want to do in life, like you really need to sit down, stop kicking it for a second, just sit down and just think to yourself, what can I do to change the dynamics of my current situation? Your current situation could be that you could be living at home with your parents and you may want to get out to get you an apartment or a home of your own. You may be wanting to get you a car. You may want to go back to school and learn a new skill set. But I really want you to really think about that very hard, because it's going to be a hard bullet to bite. And there's nothing worse than somebody's telling somebody, well, you need to get up and do something, because that will make people upset. See, people don't want to hear the truth when it comes to things like that. Now, it's easy to get up and go party, hang out, go get the latest outfit, latest purse, shoes, or whatever else is out there. But what seems to be very, very hard, but it's actually the easiest, is writing down what you want to get out of yourself within the next year. So looking at today's date on the calendar, look forward exactly 1 year and 1 day from today's date, which would be tomorrow for us right now. But look at it in a year in advance. Where do you see yourself in that short amount of time? Not 5 years, not 3, not 10, not 7, but next year, 365 to 366 plus days from today's date. I'm asking you that because you really have to figure, once you figure that out and you start that small process, it starts in small steps. See, in the business world, they use different ways in order to accomplish a goal, whether they're using Kanban methodology or a Scrum methodology. And for example, when you're looking at the Scrum methodology, you're looking at solving problems in 2-week increments. So you will meet like 15 minutes a day to discuss what are your roadblocks, what's blocking you. The roadblock can be a friend that you're hanging around with that's don't want to do nothing, and that's not even motivating you, that's causing you to make bad decisions. So now your life is on hold. But if you was to move that friend or friends out of the way and you were able to accomplish something so small within 2 weeks, think about what you can do when you compound that into 3 months. So 3 months being 1 out of the 4 quarters out of a year, if you're using a methodology, if you want to take the business approach, you can use some type of methodology that you can create yourself, like at least what are you doing in those small increments to change. Now, it's easy for us to binge watch movies and binge watch shows and social media, and we binge watch Facebook, and we're twiddling our thumbs on it. But what are we learning from that that's moving us? Because the people around, like people who have made it to a point where they are comfortable, they can afford to have that time to waste and spend on small things like that, like watching TV and shows like that. But if you're not where you want to be and you're not happy with your life, but you're mad and upset at the people who are doing something, you're upset at them because they decided to stop hanging out with you to better themselves, to increase their net worth. So do you not feel that yourself, that you are more valuable than what you are? So how can you be valuable to someone else when you don't even consider yourself valuable on your own in order to help you move forward and change your whole dynamics? That's most definitely what it's about. That's what it's always been about, is stop looking around and pocket watching and watching people's houses. Who got the biggest house, and who got the most fancy Cadillac Escalade, who got the Cadillacs, who got the latest purse and shoes. Stop worrying about all that. That stuff is material, and you will eventually get to that once you make it to a point that you feel that you're successful. Now, that is not to say that every person that has those things have made it to where they want to, but that's what society pushes on right now, is when you see people with these flashy things, it makes you think that they've actually made it, and they could be in a far worse situation than what you are. So what are we going to do about it? Well, the first thing that we should do, is I told you, which is one of the first gems, write this stuff down. People, get you a pen and paper. Write this stuff down, because if you don't write any of this down, what's going to happen is you're going to lose track. So if you take that permanent marker, that Sharpie, and you go to a mirror in your bathroom and you actually write down on the mirror exactly what you want to accomplish, I guarantee you, you are going to get through those small things. It is so beneficial for you to do this, because if you don't, you're going to be living a life of pain, and you're going to be upset with everybody else that's not around you, and then you're going to be so pissed off that all this stuff has happened and everybody else's life is moving forward and yours is still stuck in the same way, same part. So you can actually change all of that right now. And I like to bring these kind of conversations up because I think it's very important that we put out these discussions and put out there that it's very possible for you to accomplish that. Now, I'm not saying that's going to make you a millionaire in the next year, but it's definitely going to make you relook at life and figure out what you need to do right now while you're young to send yourself to much more of a positive state of mind, because you have to have that. If you don't have that much more positive state, what happens is you start to hate on yourself, you start to hate other people, you become bitter, you become mad at everything around you, and you don't go out there and actually pay attention and figure out how you can change your life. So get out there, find what motivates you, what is going to change you, and then when you do that, then come back and look at yourself a year from now and see how far that you've made it. So push the friends that's not doing anything aside, that's not doing nothing but bringing you down and causing you headaches, and then get yourself around people that's going to help you get to your goal, because it's not right to just do it alone. Why do all the hard work alone when you can have people who can come beside you, who have probably been through that and can probably have resources that may be able to help you and point you on an easier path so that you can make it. So like, listen, subscribe, RoyalOlive.com. Look forward to bringing more content and topics to you soon.